Hey, 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 it's Perry's Hotter, your friendly neighborhood mangaka in the making you some manga called Cold Blooded. I have Cold Blooded pulled up here, uploaded on the Pop Comics website, which is made by the publisher Tokyo Pop. And I'm really surprised I haven't heard more about this. As soon as I found out about this, I started doing Google searches, and uh, there's like next to no YouTube videos about it. I don't see any other creators hopping on this or talking about this. And I found out about this completely by accident through a Google search of all things. I was searching something manga related. As sometimes I do, I get kind of antsy, and I'm searching stuff about manga and how to make it in the comic book industry, manga industry, and I found this by complete accident. So Tokyo Pop put out this app, I guess, in 2015, and they put manga on it that was published manga. But I guess as of late, they've made it to where anyone can upload their own comic or manga to this app, and you can view it on the app on a mobile device or on the computer. And right here it has the About Us. Pop Comics was developed by and for manga and comic creators and fans, a mobile first manga and comics platform. You can upload, share, read, and comment on comics, all from your phone or tablet. Easy to use with no barriers for entry and zero cost to users. Pop was created with one simple goal: to foster a thriving mobile comic and manga community where talented creators can share their stories and connect with fans. So this is like another webtoon and Tapastic. And you might be asking, well, we already have webtoon Tapastic. Why do we need this? Well, I haven't got uh, to what I'm most impressed about. It almost sounds too good to be true, and that's how creators can make money at this. Because it's true, you can make money at webtoon, and you can make money at Tapastic, but the way this app works, it works a lot like YouTube. So I have this other tab open, introducing Pop for creators, and and also kind of like it reminds me of also like the Shonen Jump app too. It's I guess it's kind of like that. Have you noticed that most digital comics platforms require you to alter your comics to meet their specifications? The most or art portfolio sites just aren't very good at displaying comics and manga content. Yeah, so one neat thing about this is like, so if you upload to Webtoon, uh, they have a vertical format, and it's kind of like you don't. It's one continuous scroll on Webtoon, and when you upload your comic or manga, you don't have to necessarily uh, go strictly from up to down the vertical. But if you're a feature, if you work with Webtoon, you pretty much have to in order to make money. Uh, but with this, you don't have to go strictly vertical or bother converting it to vertical. You can read from left to right, or right to left, or whichever way. It doesn't have to be one continuous scroll. You can flip pages. Um, it's a little weird. I wish they would explain it better, but I can get into that in a minute. Monetize. Pop operates on a freemium, ad-supported model. Our first goal is to help you build your fan base. As your fan base grows, your monetization will increase. So that's another thing. Because this is so new, like I don't think there's a lot of traffic on it. I don't think there's a lot of awareness. And I think part of that is because they launched this during the COVID crisis. And they even mentioned that somewhere on here. And so you can read the indie comics for free on Pop Comics. but they have a premium service which you have to pay, but you can read their published professional manga. Here it says here they use a freemium model, so many of our stories are completely free, especially indie stories by independent comics and manga creators. For premium stories, you can use your coins to purchase them. For the indie stories, so this is what is most impressive and what has me surprised that no one's talking about it. All our revenue comes from interstitial ads placed organically in between pages, just like how ads appear in print comics, and interspersed throughout our product listings so as not to disrupt the reading experience. We also give 70% the net advertising receipts to creators, so you're financially supporting your favorite artists and writers each and every time you read and share their work. So this is basically works kind of like how YouTube does. They put ads every 4 pages, and after so many impressions, basically an impression is if people have seen that ad or click on that ad, it accumulates revenue, and when it reaches $100, then you can deposit that into your bank account, and that's how you make money. And that's pretty much how YouTube works. Because when you are able to enable monetization on YouTube, you can you have to meet the threshold of $100 of revenue, and then you can deposit it each month. And so that's what's so amazing, because I know I don't think Tapastic works that way, and I see something about Webtoon where they did a thing where you don't necessarily have to be a featured creator, where they I think they have an ad sharing thing, but again, you have to like meet so many requirements, and I feel like here it's so little. You literally just you just need people to view and read your comic, and you can make money, and that's amazing. Can I earn money by self-publishing on Pop Comics? You better believe it. We're offering a full range of advertising within the app, focusing on interstitial ads that are inserted in episodes after every 4 pages, just like how ads appear in print comics. Oh, and speaking of CPN, we'll be giving creators 70% of our net advertising receipts, with our founding creators receiving an additional 5% on top of that. So I don't know what the big difference is here, but they said they're doing like 75% instead of just 70%. And I guess it's good. They're touting it like it's really good, so I guess it is. I already had my comic Cold Blooded on Webtoon and Tapastic, but just a few days ago I uploaded all my chapters, and as of today, just right before this video, I just published them all, and I flipped through them to make sure they read correctly. And this is one of the problems with the app, is there's no way to actually preview your comic before publishing. So basically I had to publish it, and then I had to go through and flip through it like I was a reader to make sure that it reads correctly. And then and if I needed to change something, I have to unpublish it. Yeah, you have to unpublish it to make changes. So I had to unpublish it, make changes, and then publish it again. So that's one annoying thing. Another thing is another cool thing is you have so many options. So here are all 9 of my chapters. Oh shoot! If I were to edit this, I'd have to unpublish. So basically, you have the option. Okay, so here you can add new vertical episode or add new horizontal episode. Now, no matter which one you pick, you can change it later. But basically, you can choose to have a vertical, and you can have it where you have to flip a page at a time, or you can one continuous scroll, and you can just scroll. And then the vertical, the horizontal was confusing because on some of my chapters, I have a double page spread. So it means 2 pages, but it's like one image, and I thought this was pretty cool because it's like you can't really it's webtoon and Tapastic don't really lend themselves to that from reading left to right. But when I exported my pages, I export them as single pages, except for my double page spreads is actually one image, one JPEG. And when I uploaded these images, and then I went to flip, uh, it has the page right in the middle, and when it flips, if it flipped like you can flip it right, but the image would be in the middle. And when you flipped it, it like flipped it in the middle. It was real. So what I had to do is I had to go and I took an image and I took another image and I had to put them together and make that a JPEG and upload it that way. So like if you notice on my chapter 5, it has a double page spread. It says 14 pages. It's not actually 14 pages. It's double that. It's actually closer to it's not quite double. It's like 20 something pages. And the same for chapter 9. It says 16 pages. It's actually a lot more. It's actually 28 pages. But I had to combine pages so it would flip properly. So keep that in mind if you want to do that in that format. And so right now it has 0 impressions, 0 views. So another reason I'm making this video is I want to promote it. I want to spread awareness, other creators, let them know about this and upload and promote the comic. And 2, I want to promote my own comic because right now, if I go to Pop Comics, I go newest. I guess this is so new. There's not a lot of traffic on it because like it's already been up a few days and it's had like 0, no ratings, 0 views, and like on Webtoon I upload a comic and it's guaranteed at least some views. And Tapastic the same. It's a lot less, but even Tapastic, like people will see it. They'll and here there's just not a lot of traffic, and while I'm making this video I want to drive traffic to it. And yes, I am subscribed to my own manga. You can do that on here just like you can on Webtoon. I think even Tapastic maybe. And so as a little incentive, let me give you a rundown about what Cold Blooded is about. So I have a question for you. Do you love manga? Do you love battle manga? Well, imagine Eren Yeager, but instead of turning into a Titan, he turns into a blue and green lizard monster. Imagine Goku, but instead of screaming to turn Super Saiyan, to power up, he just rips his hoodie off and he turns into a 7-foot tall reptilian creature. Rim Snart misses his father, and while holding out hope after his father's disappearance 5 years ago, he discovers latent reptilian abilities brought out by a shadowy figure determined to end his life. And so this is the volume 1 I did a Kickstarter on, and basically chapters 1 through 8 is this book right here. But then the 9th chapter, because I'm going to try to publish this on a monthly basis, is even after that. So yeah, please go. If you've never seen my manga before, go check it out on Pop Comics. I'll include a link in the description and possibly in the video. And even if you've already familiar with and read it on Webtoon Tapas, I just ask that you go check it out again and at least flip through it all so I can get some views and impressions on Pop Comics, and subscribe there as well. Because I'm already making revenue off YouTube. If I can make revenue off this, that's like another source of income. That's one step closer to being able to make a living off of doing what I love. That's making comics. And just as a further little preview, so here's what it looks like when. So like the chapters, I don't have a double page spread. They're just one continuous scroll. But on this, that has a double page spread, and it makes no sense. one thing that bothers me, if I press the arrow keys, it doesn't automatically flip the page. So like you can scroll, like you could do it that way, but or you could just hit the arrow keys. And look, there's pages 1 and 2. This is from the latest chapter. It's probably my best artwork, and the artwork's just getting better with each chapter. When you start from chapter 1, just bear with me. This is my first time making a manga, making a comic, and I believe the story has merit. And I don't even think the art's terrible. It's just lacking. I know my deficiencies, and I'm filling them, fixing them by the day. Um, I like battle. I like action. I think it's the hardest shonen manga. Yeah, this is a double page spread I'm very proud of. I added tones and it really just like came alive. So here's some what looks like some other indie comics, except for this one. This one's premium, so this would be like Tokyo Pop's published comic. Go check it out, and I have an email list. You sign up for my email list, you can get a free digital copy of Chapter 1 of Cold Blooded, and you'll get updates when a new chapter is uploaded, and all that good stuff. And I'll also include a link to my Kickstarter, because even though my Kickstarter is done and over with, I'm planning another Kickstarter for Cold Blood Volume 2 for 2021, and I know that's a ways away, but I gotta work on promoting it now. So if you click on my Kickstarter and click on my name under Created By, and you can follow me on Kickstarter, and that's another way to be notified. But sign up for my email list will also ensure that you are notified when Cold Blood Volume 2 launches. What else? Of course, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload videos. The notification bell just ensures that, because sometimes subscribing isn't always the most surefire way. Feel free to go check out my other videos. I got some how to draw videos. I got videos I streamed. I got videos where I was drawing the figure. That's everything. Go check out Cold Blooded. You won't regret it, or at least I hope you don't. I'm really proud of it. A lot of comic artists, they give out advice and say, oh, do short stories, I didn't do that. I started with a long story, and I'm already this far, so I am not stopping. I'm not backtracking. I want to start on the story I care about most, and is the one I do. So go check it out.